Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2 from the ESL Open playoffs. I believe this is actually on the Korean server, surprisingly, with these top-tier players. But in the bottom right, the GSL champion. A super tournament champion, but champion indeed. In an epic run and series over stats, a dramatic one. Not necessarily good, but dramatic at the very least. It is Trap. Jimmy, get the memes! Pictured here. And in the top left. Back and better than ever. He has not, after a couple years in the military, Korean military, mandatory. Byun, we didn't know if Byun would come back. Byun came back, everybody's super excited. And a lot of players and a lot of people were, okay, what's he gonna do? Is it what style is he gonna bring to the table? Because Byun was known as like a really heavy micro player. Strong-willed, strong-headed, like I'm gonna micro units that start with M, and I'm gonna win or lose off that, usually win. And also get the Reaper nerfed twice, but... So Byun comes back. And he does the exact same thing. So here we are. I don't know. So far, from what we have seen of Byun, he's just doing a better version of everything. He's leaning heavily on that mid-game bio. He's throwing some Reapers in, even though since he did get them nerfed in the past, they aren't as strong. Like, Byun is Byun. Everything that Clem studied and trained for to become, he is that. So what will we see from Trap? Trap finally getting a tournament championship. I think he may have won some stuff before, but like he's been one of those on the not short list of Protosses that Artosis has said are the best in the world. He's been on that for a long time. But he hasn't really had... Okay, well, maybe you should shoot at the Reaper instead of the rocks. Hard to tell the difference. But he hasn't really had the success, I think, that his level possibly deserves. That's a word you can use, but his results have not reflected his usual skill level. But here we are. Okay, shades everywhere. Wow, he just gives up. Byun, not even trying for the grenade. Little sad there. Little sad to see it give up. Like, usually, even if there's no way they're going to escape, they just keep running. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll right-click or something. But he just sits there and takes it. Oof. What's he doing behind? We got the 1-1-1 opener. 1-1-1, a staple since 1998 of Terran versus Protoss. Just being able to get all of that tech tree early on to deal with strong Protoss units. And from here, it looks like a Widowmine drop is the opener. The Hellion is partially for dealing with the Adept and partially for scouting. Of course, it is now dead. So it's not going to be able to accomplish either of those things very easily. I believe this is a best-of-3 match. Only the finals are best-of-5. And this isn't quite the finals. I wouldn't be surprised if it was at some point. So far, three Adepts kind of feel like it should be a... where is the Widowmine drop? There's a medevac. It should be a Stargate. I think Byun... Is there a Widowmine on the field? If you look closely, you'll find 0 Widowmine. Wait, no! Oh my god! There it is. There's one. There's 2. You see? You see how hard it is? I selected them. They were on my screen. But you want to play Find the Widowmine. Byun, I was wondering, like, Byun definitely made Widowmines. He probably thinks it's a Stargate. They're probably hidden. I looked for them, and I still couldn't find them. So, that's how hidden they were. They were in pretty obvious spots, but they're blocked by the angle of the camera. Protoss players have gotten pretty good about not dying to it, but occasionally... Also, by the way, it's not Stargate. So there's nothing that's going to fly into those mines besides maybe hallucinations. Trap actually went blink out of the 3 Adept opener, which is a bit of a curveball. One that I don't think Byun is prepared for at all. Like, this was actually great. No damage was done to Trap. No scouting from Byun. That Reaper died pretty early on. He hasn't seen the Twilight. The 3rd is done before Byun has moved out on the map. There's a bio push coming together, but this is just not where you want to be as a Terran. In the dark, alone, sad, playing Terran, all terrible things in Terran's eyes. So, right now he finds himself, he's getting Stim Combat Shield +1, and he's kind of locked himself in to a 2-base push. Or he's kind of stuck trying to figure out the best timing. Because this medevac, out on the map, there are no Widow Mines in it. The Stalkers will find it. Will they reveal the blink? Either way, beyond seeing Stalkers out there might give away some. I think the Observer saw the medevac go out. There's nothing in it. You can't recall it. But at this stage... Is he still... Are those Widow Mines? Yeah, he's still got the Widow Mines, bro. Did he forget about his own mine? I mean, it's not a bad spot to have it. And not like one Widow Mine makes a difference, but I'm surprised it wasn't in the medevac. Another Observer sniped. So at the very least, he has that. He's spotted the Observers, and he's taken them out. So... Byun also knows, and he abides by the SCV convention of 2477, which says, "Thou shalt not ever repair medevacs, no matter what." And a lot of Terrans, except in desperate times where emergency protocols are used, abide by that. Both all the way from bronze up to the literal professional championship level. Some Zealots coming in. Is that mine still back there? Yes. Oh my god. We've waited this long, but he gets a hit! Oh my god, and he gets the Prism! The mine waited for its moment, but finally his Minecraft build pays off. After all this time, that mine was there for like 5 minutes. And now, with that Prism down, that Prism was what was supposed to keep Byun at home. It was supposed to be something of an anchor, at least dragging him down and slowing him. But now Byun has nothing to keep him at home. There's no reason he can't tear down these rocks and start tearing across the map. He is back at home. Trap doesn't have Storm. He does have +1. He does have Charge. And importantly, we saw the Gateway explosion a little earlier. And that puts him up at 8 gates. So, on paper, there should be enough to defend. If he gets Storm done, that paper becomes a little stronger. A lot more Zealots. Good force fields. Not that many Zealots. Notice Trap holding some of his Zealots back. You rarely see players do that so well. He realized, like, yes, I want some Zealots, but I don't need all my Zealots charging at half a dozen units. So that was a lot of patience there, that and a little attention to detail that a lot of players just kind of like repairing medevacs. It is a real issue, though. Like, why do people never repair them? Repair it! No, I've got 8 more. Okay, no, we're not having a conversation about medevacs for all. Repair the medevac you have. No, I'll just build more. No, I'm not. Was it engineering bay and armory? At least beyond. I've been getting very rustled at Terrans who don't build armories in a timely manner. This isn't particularly late. He's got 1-1 done. Armory on the way. A lot of Protoss, though. The Marines are scouting for it. Byun knows where he doesn't have vision and is doing his absolute best to fill it. There's a Stormhammer drop. That's the biggest danger here. Widowmine finds a huge connection. The EMP's landing. Hit the Prism. Is there a Viking? No, Storm's landing, but he splits back. Beautiful splits. The Templar drop out. He needs to move away. Pre-splits against the Storm, but gets dragged back in by the attack move beyond. Incredible micro. Another great split. It almost looks like an AI is doing the splits. The way he's doing it, oh my god. It's so... he's doing such a great job. The boys, though. I don't know if that was intentional. The boys getting involved. There's only one storm left. Trap, once again, very safe. Another observer. How many observers? He's killed 3 obs. You can't. There's this perimeter that you cannot cross with this man. I will not be watched. Avert your gaze. The observers are not able to penetrate Byun's defenses, and neither is Trap's army. And at the end of the day, what are we left with? Trap, now, it's not like he put everything into that. Trap has been playing, he's not making the mistakes a lot of Protoss do. So many times, even at this level, you'll see a Protoss come up, they got 3 or 4 storms, they'll use all their storms, and then there will still be Terran units, and they die. Like, all their units die, because having just one storm as a threat means you can't chase. It's like a force field if force field just killed everything. So unlike a force field, it's just like killing everything. But so many players will just send all those Templar in and then suddenly be left with nothing. Trap hasn't done that, and that means he had the space to back off with his Prism, with his Immortals, with his Sentries. Sentries, a unit you don't want to be replacing 10 minutes into the game. You want your gas to be going to upgrades, to other tech, like Colossi, which he has 2 at a time in production. The Storm Drops coming in, making a mule very uncomfortable, getting 5 SCV kills out the other side. Okay, this is not the safe version. Oh, come on, man. This is one of the most awkward things. An Archon merging, Byun out on the map, no ghosts with him. What am I watching? An EMP on the Archon finishes it off. The EMP, so EMP only strips away 100 shields, but only a handful of Protoss units have over 100 shields. Archon's very notably the highlight with 350 shields. That's why one EMP doesn't cut it against them. But usually by the time they have Archons, you have more than 1 or 2 ghosts in this sort of scenario. The dance continues. This is actually one of the most back and forth. And by back and forth, I mean neither player able to find an advantage. Byun hasn't been able to move out of his base. He's been on the defense, but he's held very strongly. Whereas Trap has used the map well. He's gonna go. I don't know about this. He's attacking into the high ground. I've heard things about it. The charge lot's coming up. The stim, the tank's taken out, but a strong hold from Byun. Trap has 5 bases behind it. How many gates? 10 and counting. The planetary, Trap is trying to deny a 4th. Even if it's a little cost ineffective, it's gonna work. Down goes the command center. Vikings targeting Colossi. Great control from Byun, but Trap finding his objective and accomplishing it. But there's no more storms. And you know what happens if there's no more storms? One Colossi needs to be targeted, but the Terran army is doing what it does best. It's stimming, and it's winning as Trap's army crumbles. All his important units shattered. The Vikings still intact. It's not hard to replace Bio, and suddenly Trap is down in supply. You need that last storm. When that last storm evaporates, and Byun notices, oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. Now, Trap is not out of it by any means. That was just a good fight for Byun. That allows him to move out on the map. That's the difference. Another EMP, but takes 2 to knock out all that energy. Of course, EMP costs only 75 energy against the 100 it knocks out. So, even trading 1 for 1 on that is fine. Feedback knocks out all energy, though. 0 to 5 on Yelp. He made me very exhausted, and also I felt naked without my shields. Byun gonna send a drop out. So, this game is so even, and one of the best PvTs I've seen already. As both players, neither player is committing everything. They're committing enough to get an advantage. Trap made a mistake, but Byun played it really well. He kept his ghost back, and he waited for his moment. He held the high ground. Even Trap attacking up to the high ground wasn't really a mistake. Trap attacking into the 4th wasn't really a mistake. Byun floated his main. Byun is on kind of borrowed time economically. If you look at Trap's income, it outstrips Byun significantly, but it comes down to taking the right fight. And you force Byun into more and more awkward fights as time goes on by taking out bases like that. Forces out the recall. But Byun with the left jab comes in with the haymaker on the right. EMPs on the Immortals. 1, 2, storms drop. Not finding much. Here comes the rest of the army, making its way back across the map. Trap rotates to defend just in time before Byun can take out the base. Another set of EMP is going to drop down. Byun forced to retreat. You don't want to be a full rout, but he is. The charge lot's chasing. The blink stalkers blinking. And Archons angrily hovering, as they do. Byun has to make a stand somewhere. He drops the EMPs. Archons nearly out of shields, but the Colossi are a real problem. There's really not the Vikings to deal with them. The tsunami of splash damage over the top. The storms land, and with it, Byun's supply plummets. Trap takes game 1. A decisive game. Byun playing well, but Trap played really well. And you guys know, I criticize pro players probably too much. Probably a little more than they deserve. Because I expect a lot from them. And I'm telling you, that was one of the most high-level Protoss versus Terrans I've seen recently. Maybe ever. Just the way they were controlling their units, the decisions made, and just how little they slipped behind any of the engagements. That was a great game number 1. And Trap took an advantage a little early. I think the advantage grew out of his build. It wasn't even like a mistake Byun made. The mistake was really not scouting his build quick enough. And Trap had that advantage with the Blink Stalkers and was able to zone out Byun for long enough that now we're in game 2 and Trap is up 1-0. Jimmy, come on! I think nothing there is like Trap. Oh, Byun can't beat Trap. No. It was a big issue that Byun he lost the Reaper, he lost the Hellion, he was never, even the Medevac with nothing in it wasn't able to get out of his base. There was just no vision. Trap just denied him everything for the first few minutes. And that makes it nearly impossible to get an exact bead. Like, you don't want to scan. Because it really, scanning, so here's the opportunity cost, not to make fun of my Gold League friends out there. But the opportunity cost of scanning is essentially 5 SCVs mining for over a minute. So there's like 200-something mineral, 220 or so minerals every scan is what you lose. So if you scan to see he's going blank, you've now significantly reduced your capability of actually dealing with it. So you kind of got to weigh the options. I'm pretty sure Byun thought it was a Stargate build. So he was working off that. Because it's awkward and kind of weird to have 3 Adepts and then go into Blink. But it worked out. So if Byun uses those essentially 200 minerals, just round to 200, be safe about it, to see that Trap is going Blink, that delays anything else he's doing anyways. And there's not that much that's going to change. Maybe if you know he's going for 3 bases and Blink, you get a Widow Mine drop out there quicker. If you see the 3rd, maybe you can get your 3rd CC started. But there's not, like, a huge buffet of options for a Terran at that stage of the game. Twilight. Once again, but this game, not going to see multiple Adepts, just the one. Probe coming in, but wait. Death. Now here's the thing. Well, he already saw the reactor. Wait, did he see the reactor with the probe? Did the probe get up the ramp to see that? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the Marines were trying to deny vision. I was about to say that seeing 3 Marines already gives away some of the build. Like, You don't have 3 Marines if you don't either have a reactor or be pumping out of the racks. But he kind of just saw the reactor anyway, so. No Reaper. Not going to give himself an opportunity to lose the Reaper this game. Beyond. And a lot of Terrans have been moving away from the Reaper. And, in turn, in the constant meta struggle, in turn, a lot of Protoss have been moving away from walling off Reapers. Like, there are the Reaper Cliffs that are there almost explicitly for Reaper scouting, and almost always in this matchup. But less and less players are utilizing it. Adept chase back, but Trap very quick on the draw. Notices the Marines chasing. Oh my god, the range of Adepts is just... That was half the map. If you shade direct opposite direction and then keep walking, you can cross half the map. It's kind of insane. Depends on the map. But... I don't want to read too much. It seems like a bit of a weird place for an engineering baby on. I don't think that blocks the gas, but it, like, slightly. Not that it's a huge deal at all, but Byun just whipping build. He's gone to the Kybrit school of triple thick depot walls. Meanwhile, a Widowmine drop I entirely missed, but Trap didn't. Only lost 3 probes thus far. This one's going to be a little more. Oh my god, he got 2 out. With nothing. They didn't even take damage. So we got 2 out with full HP, and the medevac is untouched. Now, Blink Stalkers are looking for some damage on the other side. They go pretty far in. They get a tank. That's a big deal. But the fact that any units had to be warped in at home really undercuts the strength of this attack. Trap takes a third. He's had a third on the way, but he definitely wanted more. A scan. Did he kill an observer? Or yeah, he killed the obs. Byun in a much better position than he was. It's about to get a little better. It looked like he wanted to lift up and get out, but good luck. He's denying mining at the very least. Gonna find, almost 3 more probes. But this is a perfectly good position to be in. Byun much better off than the last match, and you see it right now. He's got 2 medevacs on the way, and he's ready to move out. This is an opportunity he didn't have in the previous match, just because Trap had everything waiting for him. He moved out, but by the time he did, Trap had charge done. He had more than enough units. But this time around, Byun. I think Trap is out on the map just to do some aggressive defense. So he's looking for this specifically. Like, he knows medevacs are coming. I feel like this is super risky, but he gets away with it. He drops into the main. Another thing I like about what Trap's doing, besides the Artosis pylon, is not putting a bunch of tech on the edge of his main. But beyond, shield battery overcharge. What shield battery? Well, the Artosis pylon is a bit of a problem. Meanwhile, another army on the other side. A single Colossus. Good luck. Good night. GG. Byun knocks him out and knocks him down. All tied up. Yeah. Well, that was pretty one-sided. Get the Widowmine drop in. Yeah, I see. For those of you on YouTube, you can always just click. But here on Twitch, we do it live. People who did not catch at the beginning that this was from the ESL Open number 50 Korea, I should just repeat it every game, so that way it's like, where is my... Jimmy, where's my script?
Welcome back to the ESL Open 50 Korea Edition. With $400 on the line, we are in Game 3. Byun has won one game, Trap has won another game, and now we go into the third game. This brought to you by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sponsor me. Thank you. Game 3.
I've been eating it. You might be like, Winter, with all your esports money from all your likes and all your subscriptions, which directly give you money, what do you buy? I buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I put it in a bowl, and I eat it without milk. With my hands. Okay, with a spoon, but still. I'm not a psychopath, I'm just a sociopath, come on. You see, if this video gets 1 million likes, I will fill up an entire inflatable pool with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, sponsor me, and then I will swim in it while eating it. So, 1 million likes, let's go! It will both be my food and my entertainment. And who doesn't love that? I'm thinking about it now. I can't. There's a probe. Whatever. More importantly, the logistics. You ate cereal with chopsticks. People pointing that out. I ate chips with chopsticks. When I'm watching GSL, and I have like literally Korean Funyuns, which are like regular Funyuns, but without quite as much saturated fat. I don't know. The thing is literally Korean, but they taste like Funyuns. Like, do I want to get my hands all dusty? You get some Funyun dust on my hands? Do you want to use chopsticks? You can avoid the whole process. What, are you going to stab them with a fork? No, the structural integrity of the Funyun does not accommodate that. A chopstick is the obviously correct tool for the job. Like, oh my god, I guess I'm sort of a barbarian over here, eating it with my goddamn hands like a plebeian? God! Come on. Chopsticks are literally just 2 sticks. They are the simplest tool. They're 2 sticks. Even I learned to use them, and believe me, it took a while, and I'm still not very good. But here we are. And now imagine if you had an entire kiddie pool of Funyuns, okay? All right? The options. Like, think of the possibility. Now, what if we mixed... Oh, what a terrible mixture. Funyuns and Cinnamon Toast Crunch with milk and vodka. All in the same pool. I mean, there are only so many pools that I want to be in. I'm just saying. If you are now uncomfortable, make sure to smash that like button. Meanwhile, there are 2 shield batteries on the way, and I don't know why. There are now none shield batteries. Okay. Talk about the game! Will the first unit die? A probe died. The probe that was sitting on top of the ramp. There's Blink. There's a Robobay. He's not going to use Blink aggressively. It's just to get his 3rd. It should be happening momentarily. This moment. 3, and a half. Stop warping in units if you want a third trap. The Reaper coming back. Beyond had enough. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Perfect countdown. Here comes a Widowmine drop, taking the scenic route around the south side of the map. It's so scenic, they decided to stop for Cinnamon Toast Crunch from the rest stop. Okay, that's enough. Now it's just, now you're just forcing it. Like a sentry. I don't know. We're not working off that. We're done. What is this? Why can't you walk on this? Why is there a bridge blocked off? What happened here? Why is there a hidden bridge that you can't walk on? Can you land on it? I doubt it. I don't think so. That's where they execute the prisoners. For downloading cars. Okay? You wouldn't download a car. But you can now. So, I mean, you need a pretty significant 3D printer, and it might take a while, but... I mean, did Byun forget about this? Or sometimes the best Widowmine drop is the Widowmine drop that comes in right as you're done expecting it. So he's probably going to combine it with this attack. Or he forgot about it. Either way, I'm right. So, this attack comes out. Widowmine drop comes in. Widowmine drop kills a bunch of probes. Byun wins. Everyone's happy. Because let's be honest here. 99% of you are rooting for Byun. And 1% of you is Gemini. We will see. The attack comes out. The Widowmine drop comes in. Is there blank? Yes. Is there reaction? No. Byun finds 1 kill. Looking for 2. He gets the medevac. Trap gets the medevac. Only 2 kills. Byun going deep for this. He's going to go in the nasty siege tank position from the low ground. But he actually has to get there. Force field could be disastrous. And it is. Most of the units stuck behind. Shield battery overcharge. The shield battery on the outside, on the very edge of overcharge range. A beautiful choice. The tanks are helping, but not enough. Trap dissects that attack and executes everything on both sides of the force field. Byun is routed. A Widowmine came in. 3 probes lost for 3 mines and a medevac. I'm not a mathematician, but at the end of the day,
numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Trap. No, it didn't work. Anyways, not a great mine drop. The attack slapped down and cut up. And so far, Trap playing a beautiful game. He's ready. Trap playing such a great Protoss versus Terran right now. A premium selection, if you would. And he just seems to be prepared. That last match, he tried to do kind of like a half-hearted blink all-in. Didn't pan out. But playing defense, honestly, he's playing like stats, but with a little more aggression. So, like Zest. But with a little less... with a little more fucks to give. So, like Trap, then. Alright, we landed on it. He's playing like Trap. I got it. Two on the way. Templar Archives, 4th base. Trap's at 71 probes. He's got the upgrades. Byun doesn't have an armory. Okay, calm down. It's okay. It's a legitimate strat for people who want to lose. Oh! Stop! Don't pull the boys! Don't do it! If he doesn't build, he's gonna pull the boys. I don't think. Like, there's 2-2 on the way. Enhanced shockwaves for the EMP radius. The scan does not spot the army. Trap walks into it, though. I mean, does he need to zone him out? Zealots on the back line. Byun backs off for a second. Trap is setting up the counterattacks. Where are the ghosts? You have to build ghosts to use the enhanced shockwaves. And Byun is. If he doesn't pull the boys when the ghosts come out, I don't know what he's doing. The Zealots are coming in. They're buying so much time. 2-2 is closing in for Trap, and that makes his units that much harder to deal with. These depots are here as chew toys for the Zealots, essentially. Those are chew toy depots. And they work, depending on how much attention the Protoss or Zerg sometimes is paying. Well, yeah, that's the right word. The ghosts are out. The armory is non-existent. Enhanced shockwaves are done. Now's the time. Where are the boys? Bring the boys! 2-2's finishing for Trap. Storm is not done. Oh, Byun. Caught in kind of an awkward positioning. It depends on the Colossi. The Vikings, he slips behind. One Archon on the side. Trap just smushing this army. Oh my god. Absolute disaster. Before Byun could even get off the ground, Trap dunks him into it. Oh, super awkward angle. No, now is not the time for an armory, Byun. Now is not the time. Don't pretend like that was your plan all along. Here comes Trap. Better upgrades, more army supply, better army composition, and more economy behind it. What else do you want? That's what you want. 2-1 for Trap. Outplaying Byun in this series. He just played a great series. That game 2 didn't go his way. I'm not sure what he was really... He just didn't find anything he was looking for. But games 1 and 3 were some of the best Protoss versus Terran I have seen. It's not like Byun... Like, as much as I hate the no armory builds, because they feel like giving up. They feel like you're setting yourself up to past a certain point you just can't win. Like, you can not lose, but you can just not win because your units just aren't good enough. But Byun didn't play poorly. It's just Trap played so well. That was really good. So, congratulations, Trap, moving on. Thank you to ESL for, of course, tournaments every week. Over $1,000 every week to the top players. And, of course, ESL points for the even higher level tournaments. Sign up today. Every Monday, you can become a speed bump for one of these players. If you'd like to participate or tune in. Or if you do enjoy my breakdown, check out more videos there, and there, and also here. But thank you for watching. Good luck. Have fun. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that. And hashtag crunchy winter. No, I tried. We'll come up with something. We'll get our kiddie pools, and we'll see what happens next. Sounds weird, but it was supposed to. Thank you for watching. Good luck.